The intro is a lie. I gotta get fueled up. So, little French press action. Oh, look, it has like green in it. Green reflection of, oh, it's green reflection of my invisible water bottle, and also green reflection of my user interface for Windows, which you'll see in just a minute. But right now we're just pouring some coffee. There we go. Great way to start a stream. Nice, fresh cup of coffee. Damn, it's hot. Ow. Yep, still hot. Whoa. 3 seconds later, still hot. So, what are we doing on this stream today? A couple different things. I'm running Windows because it's Wednesday and it's Willowy Whispy Windows Wednesdays, where I do all my coding on Windows no matter what it is. So we deal with the challenges and ramifications of coding on Windows. Today, what I'm going to try to do is get a cross-platform C# application running. That being defined as cross-platform C# application that says at least hello world and has a button that executes. That's the goal. Okay, now that doesn't seem like a lot. Doesn't seem like a lot. But I don't know. Have you tried to do a cross-platform application before? If you haven't, you might realize the implications. Let me have a sip on that note. The implications of building a cross-platform application with .NET, especially starting from Windows, where I can assure you it can be deceiving. You may think you're building an application that runs cross-platform, but it does not, in fact, run cross-platform. So I have no history here, no history whatsoever. Okay, that's not true. I've done a little bit of this in the past. And this is me kind of diving back into the .NET realm after a few years of a hiatus. And I had not been, even when I previously had been doing some C# coding, I had not been doing user interface development. I had been doing like API development and things like that. So different approach, different angle of attack with those things. But with this, I'm going to be working toward building a user interface that runs on multiple devices. We'll talk about the devices in a minute, but let's just say pretty much all the mobile stuff and all the operating system stuff. So that's Linux, Windows 10, maybe Windows 8. You know, I don't know what else it will run on. Who knows? We'll figure it out as we work on it. And I said what? Linux, Windows 10, maybe some of the other Windowses. That Linux will be at least Debian, probably CentOS slash what's the other one? Fui, the Red Hat one, whatever, Red Hat Linux. So it'll run on some of the different distros pretty easily, I presume, from what I've seen and what I think we'll be able to do. And of course, Mac OS. There's only like one Mac OS, so that'll be pretty easy. Apple makes that a relatively easy thing to build to. What I have here on my screen, here. It's always backwards. I have to figure it out, you know. So what I have here is basically the inception point of the machine. So I want to make sure that everyone knows that I'm going to be using a machine that has XYZ things on it. And the way that I decided to do this was I went out to my blog and picked up a link for something that I did a while back. Let's go out to that blog. And I just went in and I typed in my invisible search thing, GSD for getting shit done. I did that, and there's this one post, got a GSD, don't want to buy Windows, here's some options. And in this post, what it is basically a link to 2 specific images that Microsoft makes available. There's one that has a development environment, has all these bits on it. Okay, so it's important to note that these things are there. Okay, we got Visual Studio 2019, so the latest, greatest on that. We have Visual Studio Code, probably won't really be using that right now. We have a Windows 10 SDK, so the operating system SDK itself We have UWP, which is Universal Windows. I forget what it stands for. Maybe somebody can shout out and tell us what that is. There's the .NET Desktop, which is the installed library. The Azure Workflow Enabled, which isn't going to be relevant to what we're doing. The Windows Subsystem for Linux with Ubuntu, also not relevant to what we're doing. And then there's going to be Dev Mode and Bash Enabled, which you can read the blog post after this video to have some of the details about that, because I wrote up a whole bunch of stuff about just the chaos and the insane ramifications of what you specifically have to install to make sure that you can even run your development environment in a way to be able to build these applications, okay? Because it's not as simple as let's build a web application like Electron or something. Setting up the environment is actually the hardest part. Once that's done, things get easier afterwards. So let's keep moving though. I went to this link. It goes here, and then you can get a downloaded virtual machine in different ways for Parallels, VirtualBox, Hyper-V, or VMware, whichever you have. Since this is Wednesday, we're running Windows, so I picked the Hyper-V option, right? I downloaded that. It's like 20 gigs. Okay, it's a pretty monster install. I'm pretty sure Windows is probably 2 gigs of that. The other 18 gigs is like all Visual Studio. But just to show you where I'm at here, I've unzipped it into this directory called temp VM. Okay, and in temp VM, it created a couple different things. There's a virtual hard disk, virtual machines, and snapshots. Now it's been a while since I've used Hyper-V, so I'm presuming that one of these things is the virtual machine itself or something, and these are the hard disk for it, eval, whatever. So there's these 3 directories, and what I did is I've opened up Hyper-V. So I just simply went in here like this, and this is not needed to be there. I click start, and then I hit, I just typed in Hyper-V, right? I just type things in the start bar now. I don't go try to click on anything because I don't know where anything's at anymore. I feel like it's all just lost. So anyway, I got Hyper-V here. There's quick create, and then there's actually open up the Hyper-V manager, which is what I wanted. Got this opened up. I connected to the local machine. So like there's a way you can say connect to server, and often it starts, especially the first time, where it's not connected to a server at all. I just clicked on local computer and then hit OK, and then boom, it pops up with this dialogue and everything. From here, I went over and right-clicked on the local machine, and I think I want import virtual machine. So I'm just going to go with intuition here and just go with it, right? So I don't want to see that page again in the future. And then I'm going to pick my directory of where I just unzipped that. So I think I put it in, let's see here, my directory. And I put it in codes because I try to put everything in codes, and then temp. And then I'm just going to click on the virtual machines directory and select that. I think that's what you're supposed to do. I don't really understand or know intimately how Hyper-V works, but I'm presuming that this is the directory where the good stuff is. And it seems to have found the good stuff. So next, register the virtual machine in place using existing unique ID. Restore the virtual machine using these, creating, let's copy it and create a new ID, I think. I don't know if that's a good idea or not either. Restore, maybe restore, I don't know. We'll do copy. Hit next. Store the virtual machine in a different location. No, I think that location is going to be okay. So Microsoft Windows Hyper-V. And then location, the hyperdisks, users, public documents, Hyper-V, virtual hard disk. Okay. So I'm not really sure which thing is going to be the big giant multi-gig thing. So then hit next, or finish, and it starts doing a thing. Now my user interface is a little weird because I use Stardock. I don't use the default thing, but as that's apparently running or whatever, let's actually go back, and I'm going to find that object desktop. We'll open that up, and I'm going to actually change back to the default Windows theme and everything. So I'm going to open up Windows blinds, Windows blinds. Can't even say that. Oh, and it opened up on the other window. So there we go. I'm just going to change back to, let's change back to Windows 8 Metro. I think that'll, Yeah, that should work, right? Yeah, let's do that. I think it'll be a little easier to see than my weird green demon theme. And it's applying. It's hard to tell. I'm not really sure what all is going on there. Hopefully nothing crashed. There we go. Okay, it applied. We can see everything now. Okay, so I'm gonna get that out of the way. Yeah, now our stuff looks a little bit more readable, knowable. That green theme was a little nuts. But it didn't it didn't retheme my Windows Explorer. It looks like Windows Explorer is crashing even. What did Hyper-V do? I don't know what Hyper-V did either. It's like another Hyper-V open. Anyway, I'm going to close that one. We'll go in here, and there's this. I wonder if it started that one for whatever reason. Whatever. So Explorer is now dying because I did this hacky thing. Standard Windows. Anyway, let's try to connect to the Windows 10 eval here. Let's see where we get. Okay, I think something's happening here. Oh, okay. Oh, whoops. Oh, yep, something's happening. All right. Okay, now I've started 900 virtual machines. That is not what I had wanted to do. Okay, we're gonna sort that out there. Okay. Looks like our Windows Explorer finally fixed itself too. So let's click Start, and we'll get this box booted. This should just take a second or two. Is that all I get is that dinky little thing? So while that's happening, a little detail on why I decided to do this. The reason I decided to use a virtual machine, because I am running Windows. We're in Windows 10. I have most of the things installed that it stated. The reason I did not go that route, though, is because most likely something will come up and we will need to restart at some point in time or multiple points in time. Really acting with your thing. Use all my monitors. No, I just want to do. Can I do? Let's one size down. Let's actually do. Yeah, we'll go full screen. Show options. But the reason is it'll probably ask for restarts at some point. And I would rather restart a virtual machine on stream than try to restart a machine. Yeah, let's do that. No, let's not do that. Let's just connect. We'll go full screen. All right. So we're getting there. Oh, progress. Boom. All right. So this is Hyper-V, I guess. And then you can do this to get back in there. You don't have to actually be full screen the whole time. And real quick, I'm going to put this stuff in. So this goes in games. This goes in the other places over here. Oh, and Unity Hub goes in Coding Universe, like that. Okay. Now this is coming up. Let's get back there. Okay. Oh, I don't know if is it no password? Oh, good. I think it's no password. Fuel. That's what you need. By the way, if you're ever in Seattle, good coffee shop. I'm sure it can be discoverable. It's only going to be around for a hot 5 minutes. All right, there we go. Our beautiful Windows 10 Enterprise Evaluation Windows license valid for 67 days. So that's what these VMs give you. It states the build down there, build 19041.bb release, blah, 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 blah. And let's see here. We got it's starting to run something. I didn't even click on anything. So we have our two main things here, Visual Studio 2019 and Visual Studio. It's the XAML editor, I bet. And there's one Visual Studio Code. Oh yeah, that's what it is. One is Visual Studio 19, and one is Visual Studio Code. So let's see here. That's running not fast. And Edge is a nice little bleak icon in here. That's fine though. Let's close that and let's get Edge open. The first one I want to check out is the Uno interface. To get into that, let's, as soon as this opens up here. Oh geez, do I need to like dedicate more resources to this? This is appallingly slow. This is much worse than, like I use VMware Fusion on Mac and it's fast compared to this. What is the dealio here? Come on, put. Oh, then we got a download. Download for Windows 10. I have to download the new Edge. Is that what it's telling me? Actually, let's. Oh yeah, because this is the old Edge on this image. Close that. Run it. Okay, yeah, we're totally getting sidetracked here, but you know what? We should get the new Edge because it's better. All right, there we go. Slow but steady progress. We can't wait for you to try it. While that's happening, though, I am going to do this. All right, here's one of the things we're going to be looking at is platform Uno. Okay, we're going to go through the get started in just a second, and then the other thing. How's this going? Almost done. Microsoft Edge. Can't wait for you to try it. Yeah, definitely need to allocate. If you're going to use Hyper-V, I guess you need to allocate more resources because this is morbidly slow. It's pretty ridiculous. Hey, Mary Jo, how you doing? It's Willowy Whispy Windows Wednesdays. How are you doing on Willowy Whispy Windows Wednesday? I'm peachy. You know, I could be doing better. We could be having a landslide instead of a piddle slide. You know, that type of thing. But for the most part, my green screen's working. It's raining in Seattle, so you know, pretty standard MO there. Got a good cup of coffee, fresh French press. Atlas is downstairs screaming, but I have a lapel mic on, so you can't hear him. So you know, keeping it straight for the stream, but all good. Everybody's holding the fort down. Put. And I'm trying to install the new Microsoft Edge. Oh, and it just like nuked the Explorer. Oh, thanks. Yeah. I'm a fan of the green screen. This one's actually a back of the chair green screen. Lena got it for me. She was like, I don't like your big giant mess you have in the room. Like, okay, I'll try it then. So we got it to work. We hacked around with it. You got to run the video at a smaller res though. Otherwise, the edge of the green screen shows up because it's not quite that big. Do you ever run Hyper-V? How do you make the machines faster? Do you know anything about Hyper-V? Because I'm just trying to run Edge right now, and it's going morbidly slow. Yeah, see a new tab on startup. Sure, that's let's be focused. Confirm. There we go. No, I don't want to sign in for data sync. No thanks. There we go. Okay, so first things first. Get Uno going on. Used Hyper-V a while ago. Add more memory. I got like 1 billion gigs in there. The thing's got 8 gigs. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. I got a Core i7 too, so I'm sure maybe it's only got like 1 core. Maybe it needs more cores. You know what? While I'm looking at that, while that's running, I should say. Here's its settings. BIOS boot from CD, memory. Oh my God! No wonder. Okay, look, we got it. This is unacceptable. Here, we're gonna fix this before we sit here for an hour waiting for monsters like Visual Studio and such to run. Let's shrink this puppy down and shut it down. and make those changes. Oh, that is redonkulous. Come on, Microsoft. Who manages these images? Don't 2 gigs my foot. I understand backwards compatibility and lowest common denominator hardware and stuff, but this is redonkulous. Let's see here. Let's do, was it 8192? 248 16 32 41 and 49 6 40, yeah, 49 6 8192. Okay. Memory weight. What does it specify? How to prioritize the availability of memory for this virtual machine compared to other virtual machines? But there's only one going to be running. Oh, and this, what? Shh. What says it changed it, but it failed? Oh, that's ridiculous too. So let's hear percent of total. Wait, do I need to like do this again? Oh, it went back. Can I do? Okay, changed it that time. And then here, let's go up to 4. Yep, that all works. And then what else might speed it up? I don't know, those 2 things are probably gonna make a massive difference. Checkpoints. Nope, don't care about that. Okay. And now let's restart this puppy. That should make a huge difference. Add a CD-ROM. I don't even have a CD-ROM. Yeah, I literally have no CD-ROMs anywhere, I don't think. At least not in this room or this house. I might in my office. What? Okay, Microsoft, this isn't looking good for your Windows. What is this shit? No, there's not. I have like at least 16 gigs on here. Oh well, let's checkpoint share. Can I? Let's go. Let's do 4 then, since that's so hard. You've got to be kidding me. I can't allocate 8 gigs. So far, the inferiority of Windows to do basic stuff has really bugged me in the last week or so. But we're gonna get this puppy working, and it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, that is odd. I mean, it doesn't make sense, does it? That should be able to get 8 gigs. I have at least 16 gigs on this machine. I know for sure. Whoa, something just happened. So it did not do the thing. Oh, there we go. Okay, logging in. Yeah, exactly. It's nothing. I mean, the Core OS shouldn't need anything but about 2 gigs, unless it's Vista, right? Oh, we're getting there now. All right, there we go. So it's making me do this again. What has happened? Can we just do? Oh, that was weird. That was super weird too. What the hell? Anyway, okay, Dev Center, Edge. We got Edge now, so let's open up Edge. And then, can we paste this thing in? Okay, so we're gonna do Uno, and we're gonna do Avalonia. Avalonia. Yep, there we go. Okay, one thing I gotta note. So, Avalonia. Yeah, so there's a place, right? There's a trail, and there's this. It was a microcontinent in the Paleozoic era. When I was looking up this framework, I found this, and I was like, "What the shit? Are you kidding me?" Over in the Reicher Ocean, which is, let's hear. Here we go. So this is what became North America, and this is what became the other stuff, or something like that. I don't know. Weird stuff though. Some continent from back then. I don't know what happened to it. It said did it collide or whatever. Anyway, to note, I found this bit of trivia and realized it was the name of the thing. And I couldn't help but start reading. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like a whole different universe, right? that you could make like sci-fi off of reality because it's a different universe back then. But I digress. Thought it was interesting. So and oh, and this is the land. There's a land place. There's like actually a park or something. That was kind of fascinating. But anyway, that stuff came up. But this is what we're going to check out. First, though, let's take a look at Uno. And can I make this? Well, whatever. It's just going to stay there, I guess. So we're going to get started. I did a little work with this one and kind of made sure it worked on another machine. I tested it on another one, and we're going to see how far we get this time and how much it does or doesn't work or whatever. So what we need to do, though, let's see, getting started with Visual Studio. Now, we need 16.3 or later. So let's see what we got here. Start this puppy up. It should be that one, I think. We need some Xamarin stuff, and we're going to need .NET development, etc. And the reason I'm going through this is because I'm going to show you all of the things that we're going to actually need, right? Let's see, installing Xamarin. Let's pop that over into here. Let's see about .NET Core 3.1. We probably need that. So let's get the, let's see, what should we do? We should get the installers 64. Wait, what's this other thing? Oh, .NET install scripts. Let's just run that. Does that work? PowerShell or Bash? Let's do it hardcore Windows. We're going to do PowerShell. So I wonder if I need, do I need PowerShell admin? Nope, it just says install. So let's look at the docs though. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about worried about that. So let's just do it. Let's just do this one. PowerShell. Oh, what did I do? Oops, I pasted it twice. Okay, so I can't run it because it has that PowerShell security stuff. So let's go look at the docs. And it says the bash scripts also read PowerShell switches, the .NET install scripts perform a non-admin installation. Okay, that is what we asked a minute ago. Blah, blah, blah. The SDK needs to be installed without user interaction, without admin rights. So it doesn't talk about needing to set permissions. PowerShell set permission to install. Actually, there's got to be an easier way to do this. This is stupid. Why is it assumed that I even know how to do that? Okay, let's back up. Let's back up. Actually, you know what? Let's not even start from this. Let's start purely from just this. Okay, and then we're going to go Windows, SDK, and the core. The SDK should have a core, right? Cores. Recommend you installing the hosted button includes .NET Core runtime and IIS support. I don't want to do that. Just want to do this. So I'm going to install this. Direct. Click here to manually download. I just want to click stuff. I'm trying to do this very Windows-like. I don't want to type a bunch of commands. Did I? Oh, I clicked on it twice. All right, here we go. I clicked on it 3 times. No, you don't get to know about me. Okay, now we're moving forward. That's Whispy Windows. Yeah, it is. It's always a basket of this on Wednesday. Just complete Windowsy craziness. So install. Ah! Oh, those modal dialogues. I hate those things. I wish there was at least like a transparency so that you could see what's still behind there when that sucker pops up. Because sometimes, you know, you have something running in the background and that pops up and you're like, what the hell? Like I don't remember what was actually running. Something just popped up and told me that, you know, the machine needs a modal thing to steal all my credit cards or some shit. But anyway, let's see here. TikTok. More coffee. There we go. Okay, so that does .NET Core SDK, the core runtime, the .NET, the ASP.NET Core runtime, ASP.NET or .NET Core Windows Desktop runtime. So I don't know anything about that. And there's some opt-out stuff, whatever. You can spy on me, Microsoft. I don't care. All right. So anyway, did it? I guess I clicked on this. So let's restart that real quick just to make sure it knows what is there now. Okay, so now let's go back to getting started on Visual Studio. So we got the SDK installed. Oh, and then we need to check out Xamarin, right? Choose your development, Windows 19, installing Xamarin on Windows, step-by-step instructions, download Visual Studio, select mobile. Okay, so this should be there, adding Xamarin to. Yeah, how do you modify this? You go and just pick the thing, right? Open the Visual Studio installer. Okay, so I'm just going to hit the Windows key and do Visual Studio installer. Hey, that modal dialog, always there when you need it. You know, 4 gigs makes a massive difference versus 2 gigs. It's just night and day. All right. So what happened? Shit, already? Okay, update. So we got a 75 megabyte update, and we haven't done anything yet. You know, I could probably make an entire episode of just installing Windows, and it would be like an 8-part, multi-part series, each an hour-long minimum. I'm pretty sure that would work. Don't you think that would work? Or it could be extraneously boring. I don't know. But anyway, getting there. This is gonna work. All this is gonna work flawlessly. Anybody used GitHub Codespaces, by the way? I got access to that. I didn't even know I had access to it, but I got access to it. Then I went in and installed that. And then I saw like the integration with Visual Studio Code, and I got my theme synchronized across there. So I got dark interface in both places. It was like, holy shit, this is badass. I was so stoked about that. What is this my, well, here, I guess we got to download then update. Can I just give me the thing to select the things? So anyway, I guess we're doing this now. So let's get install for a minute. Whoa, switch views. My head was like right there. But yeah, it's the GitHub Codespace is really nice. Big fan of that. Hey, Angel Fire. Why am I killing you? Did I have too much coffee? Talking too fast? Going nuts? I was always like this. You know it. So 23%. So it must not have been like 4 terabytes of data to download for that update. Yeah, I thought so. I'm pretty consistent in regards to that thing. I don't know if it works on a phone. If which works on a phone, Mary Jo. Like, so I did get. Matter of fact, I did get Uno working on the Android add-in earlier, and whoo, that was pretty weird running the Android emulator. The Android emulator has always been just this crazy beast. Oh yeah, that's a good question. I've not used Codespaces on the phone yet. That'd be something to do though. I could totally see myself like zonked out on the couch, just like coding, just like this. You know, trying to put in some code, trying to execute it, having no idea how it executes and getting all pissed off. That would be my new MO. It's like I'm a mobile developer. I program on the phone. You're gonna go get the iPad, huh? And yes, as Angel Fire says, I have always been this way, if you're curious. What are you up to anyway, Angel Fire? Oh, what did it say now? Is it making me? Oh, I clicked on the damn thing. About 5'10", huh? Yeah, I felt like the last time I saw you, you were about the same height as me. So cool. I'm glad you're here. I'm very glad you're here. And I'm even ironically doing .NET shit. Think of that. Pretty sure the last time me and you were doing anything techie, it was .NET. I mean, other than that, we were, drinking coffee. What's that coffee shop called we stopped at? Oh, Cherry Street. It's on Cherry Street. Ah, funny. Man, I haven't been in a coffee shop in months. It sucks. I need a coffee shop visit. Yeah, I don't really do .NET either, but I do some .NET. So this is me diving back into .NET to do some stuff. Let's see. I don't need to do Azure, but it said I wanted the desktop here. I think I want that. I do want UWP. Oh, that's it. Universal Windows Platform. I was trying to think of what UWP stood for earlier. Took your C# and gave you Rust. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Cherry Street too, Mary Jo. Last time I saw Angel Fire, me and him saw each other from like 60 feet away in his coffee shop. I was upstairs, and we ran to each other like in the movies and just embraced. We hadn't seen each other in like 1,000 centuries. So good to see each other. And now we've been struck by a pandemic for centuries and eons. I have no idea how long it's been. And now he's a Rust programmer. Just the things that change. So what was the other thing? Oh, I'm not gonna don't want to pick anything I don't need right now. Extension development, we're not doing that. I think just the cross-platform stuff and this. This is the Xamarin stuff. Yeah, so let's do that. Install while downloading. 4 gigs. So this is a 20 gig image, and we need 4 more gigs. 4 more gigs, just so everybody knows. So let's modify that, and that process is going to start. It's important to know all of the things you need to install on Windows to do any type of Windows cross-plat development. Oh yeah, I shouldn't be in here. Get out of here. There you go. Okay, let's retry. There you go. Okay, maybe it won't take too long because I do have gigabit internet. So let's see, downloading and verifying of 1.26. So it's not getting all of it at one time. Oh shit. Rust was just comp choice. I mean, from everything I've seen about Rust is pretty badass. It's cool beans. But I hear what you're working on, Angel Fire, is very secret, very, very secret. Only can say the Rust and nothing else. So that's understandable if you have to hold all of your secrets close to the heart. More coffee. I really hope we get through this soon. Installing shit is immensely boring. It's pretty standard MO for Windows, but come on. Okay, so anyway, we're getting through this right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and scroll through this real quick since it's all downloading. Get the packs. Okay, we did that. Next thing. So then installing a platform solution template with Visual Studio. Launch Visual Studio, then click on Continue Without Code. Click Extensions, Manage Extensions from the menu bar. Can we do this while that's happening? Let's do it while that's happening. Oh. Multitasking my ass. I mean, I guess Linux and Mac can't really do that either when you have a thread lock like that, but maybe I can do... no? Well, I guess we have to wait. So anyway, we're going to go into Visual Studio, go to Manage Extensions, and we're going to pick up some of these suckers, create an application from the solution template. Make sure XAML IntelliSense is enabled. Oh, there's a video tutorial. How cute. So this should get us really close. We should almost be to the point where we can create our first app. Also, oh my God, look at this. Look at this. Look at this over here. Look. Silverlight for Visual Studio, y'all. It's not funny. Rusty, huh? You're right. It's not funny. It's not funny. Not funny at all. But look at that Visual Studio. with Silverlight. Hey, Customin, how are you? Doing a little, well, we're working on getting a little C# action going today. But we're in the process of installing the bits we need for Visual Studio to be able to actually create the first template project. I laugh because this is so hilariously complex. So we're doing it this way. We might take a look at doing Visual Studio Code and also Writer. And we're also going to look at the cross compare on these things. Oh, Silverlight is just like that. I don't know. Microsoft didn't even actually need to kill it off. I think they just bumbled their way into doing that. Now they're doing Blazor though. Blazor will fix all this stuff. It'll be super web compliant and perfect forever and whatever and stuff. Foundation, which wanted to pay me for my work, but I decided not to take it. Decided to not get paid. Want to do some stuff for me for free? No, I'm kidding. I generally do. Silverlight. It's just the pale of the moon. What did you do for the foundation? Was it like an open source foundation or something like that? Oh, look, I think. Oh my God! Woo! It finished. Progress of the century, y'all. So we're only 45 minutes in. Let's see, continue without code. It seems so dirty. No code. The hell, even. You know, I wish I could get the window on the other side. So it makes it look. I'm looking at my screen right now, but it actually makes me look like I'm looking off the thing because my screen is actually over here on the screen. Screens. What a bunch of silly shit. So then it said extensions, manage extensions, and there we go. So we're going to manage extensions. Come in here, and then what was the docs? It said Uno platform solution templates. So look at all this stuff. Oh, I should get ReSharper. It's a trial, but I have ReSharper, so I'm gonna get the trial. Nope, that was a bad idea. I don't need to do that right now. Just stop it, Adrian. Okay, so anyway, how do we just search? Oh, here we go. Uno. Let's just do Uno and see what we get. There it is. What else we had? Oh, don't get sidetracked. Don't get sidetracked, Adrian. Download Uno. There we go. Your changes and modifications begin when all Microsoft Studio windows are closed. Okay, close. That means restart, right? Restart at least Visual Studio. Oh, lols. Like, what was that exactly? That was pretty trippy. So you're working on front-end software allowing them to manage documents easier. Oh, that's cool. National Authorities Foundation. And you said you're in Poland, right? So like that's a government or something? Military foundation, government foundation, something. Ah. Oh, you can sue the Polish authorities? I like it. I like suing authorities. That is always a good MO. Okay, so it's modifying. It did require me to shut down Visual Studio. So that's a thing. I guess always good to shut down stuff whenever you're installing stuff on the Windows. Good practice. Yeah, our government's suing itself right now. Over here in America, we like to sue all the stuff. We sue the dirt. Sue the dirt. We sue walls. We sue trees. We sue each other. We sue everything. It's almost like we're all lawyers. Oh, there it went. Okay. So back into Visual Studio Code. No, Visual Studio. I mean, sorry, my mistake. You got to say it right. Oh, yeah, I got to get ReSharper, but this is on this machine, and I'm again just a little quick refresher. I'm installing all this stuff because I want to show the ramifications of what it takes to get started with one of these projects with Visual Studio on Windows to be able to do this, just to get to Hello World, because it's not a straightforward process, and I want to make sure to cover all the bases. Because on my machine, I've already done most of this stuff, and it would look super simple if I did it. I would just be like, oh, look, click, click, boom, there's a thing, or, .NET, create new project. I wanted to make sure that anybody that sees this is fully aware that there is a lot of stuff you got to go out and make sure you have. So with that, we're getting to the first part of the first part here. Okay, mobile app, neighborhood forms. Oh, I should probably, oh, there's so many nowadays. Let's just type, let's hit enter. Oh, there it goes. There we go. Library and app. Let's just do, so is it selected? I think it's selected if I do that, right? Are you shitting me? Where did it go? Are they in alphabetical order? Let's try that again. Yeah, so we'll do that and then hit next. Let's see what it does. Okay, it did pick it. Oh, look at all that. Look at all that. That looks good. All right, so we're going to call this, what's a good name, y'all? You get to pick it. It's y'all's choice. Your name. Your name. What do you want? What do you want for a name? Hey, what's a good name in Polish, Kuskerman? The app is a Hello World app. At least at this point. Eventually, it'll connect to some GraphQL stuff. I'm gonna turn it into a CRUD interface to manage. We'll use it to manage information about logistical systems, like various railroads and things like that. Like keeping information about, like, let's say Polish railways, right? The Pol Rail service, all that kind of jazz. Ah, yeah, there you go. Perfect. Oh shit! How do I spell that? Let's hear it. I did it wrong. Yeah. Let's do. I'm gonna do. Damn it! Come on. Work for me here, computers. Bear with me. Oh, this is my other screen is. Okay, I'm gonna have the name for you in just a second. There we go. Okay, we're gonna go with this. Oops. Let's do casing like that. That's what's up. Yeah, I understand. I know. I'm just being hard-headed. Okay, so we'll do the repo and the solution in the same directory like that. All right, now we're going to hit create. And I think this is going to get us our first Uno project. We're actually going to be able to see what's up and do some exploration. Finally. Whew. Poppy, this thing is working hard. It might break with the special characters. Who knows? Oh, what is this? Yeah, use this, whatever. What is this? Ah, as I suspected, more arbitrary shit to install. Is this the whoa, and yes, Android release. Yep, SDK. Okay, as I knew, things would come up. So I think we need, let's install this SDK. Getting things ready. Yup. No? Maybe? What does this mean? Oh yeah, okay, it's gonna install the Windows 10 SDK. Visual Studio will close automatically. Oh yeah, because that's what we need to happen. Did it create the project though, or is it gonna nuke my project? Let's, you know what, I'm gonna keep this here, and let's see if I can click OK, and see if it'll finish creating the template for me. Oh, don't worry, no fear. Today is code sessions on Willowy, Whispy, Windows Wednesday. But I still do every other day in Linux or in Mac OS. That's all. So, but I figured one day a week I'm going to do whatever coding I'm doing the rest of the days of the week. I'm going to do it on Windows, just to force myself to become familiar with all the ins and outs of what I need to install or not install and all this kind of shit that happens when you're on Windows versus the other environments. Because there's usually just more steps and more things to do. And I wanted to become more familiar with that and make sure that I'd be able to provide answers to people whenever things came up, like, how do you do this on Windows? And I'll now know you do this, instead of me smart-assedly saying, just brew install. Even though, as Angel Fire would point out, I'll probably often just say, well, you just Choco install. You miss PowerShell? PowerShell is so weird. I have a very kind of bipolar relationship with PowerShell. So what just happened? Oh, we're there. It created the template. Wow. Okay, so let's explore this. And this is still over here. I'm gonna install the SDK after we do some exploration. So let's explore some first and then get back to this shit, right? I mean, I'm just using PowerShell on Windows because I'm on Windows right now. So I'll pretty much be doing everything on PowerShell whenever it's Whispy Wednesday, Willowy Whispy Windows Wednesdays. It'll be all PowerShell all the time. I'm not even going to try to use WSL2 or Bash or anything on here unless I kind of have to. And I'm going to try to integrate everything with PowerShell and just be 100% Windows when I'm on Windows. Even though I'm being real hard-headed in this particular situation, and we're building this cross-platform application with either Uno or Avalonia, whatever. So we're going cross-plat, but each day I do development on this, it's going to be on one of the platforms, either Windows, Mac, or Linux, and we're going to be hardcore on that platform. We're not going to be using like special thingies for Windows or special thingies for Linux when we're on Windows and vice versa and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, based on your solution, you might need to install extra components for full development experience. All right, that's good to know. But let's minimize all this stuff. Isn't there a minimize everything button? Oh, hide set. Oh God, so many options. Install missing features. Okay, we're gonna install the SDK separately from this and then come back to it. But let's see here. We have Droid. We have iOS. We have Mac OS. Something shared. Oh, this must be the UI. The views. Don't worry, I'll still be doing a lot of Go. There's a lot of Go in the future. Oh, and here's the hello world part. Hello. There we go. Let me appropriately comma this sucker. So there we have our customized hello world in XAML. I don't know if any of that's going to run. Okay, so GDK, going through the rest. So that's Linux, right? GTK is Linux. WPF, that's Windows. And it's just, oh, we just get an empty GTK namespace there, and then we get an empty, what, MWPF? It's, well, I don't know how that works. Oh, and then the WPF host. What's this? This is kind of weird. All right, and then we got UWP, Uno Core, Uno UI. I wish there was a way to make this bigger. Oh, and then we got WASM. So we got a lot of options here. Okay, so let's actually run one of these puppies and see where we get. We're on the UWP. Let's just run it and see what happens. We'll do a build. So this is the base template. I did one single edit on the thing. To change the hello world to say hello to the crew watching, some of the crew watching. And we'll see where we get here. So what is this? Continue running in the background. Okay, that's fine, whatever. Okay, so it's still building. It's not really running yet. Oh, I like that this is over here. Scroll up and down the code. That's something that's been needed for ages in Visual Studio. I guess there's always been the add-ons to get that. ReSharper did it, right? Of course, you know, everything ReSharper does, Visual Studio eventually steals. Oh, look at that. The hello world of something. So this is sort of here. Oh, there it is. The application is running. This is beautiful. You got the hello world with the, what is this stuff? This, I don't, whoa. Can I just move it? It's like part of the app. Oh, so this is, I guess it detected something and ran it. I don't know what it ran there. So anyway, that's our solution for Uno. And we have all these projects for the different environments. So it's given us WebAssembly, Universal, or Random Universal, whatever. And what about this? So can I run the host? Can I run this like as my, yeah, set a startup project, and let's run that. Shouldn't that give us like an actual WPF project? We're gonna find out. It's a building. Oh, the thing about building software on Windows. One of the things you can definitely do, you know, like the FKCD comic where, you know, the boss says, "You two get back to work," and they're like, "Well, it's okay, we're compiling." Yeah, if you become a Windows developer, you get to do that too. You can have sword fights, you know, like stick fights and compile code. Ah, there we go. So something's up. WPF host. Is Rust fast compiling? I don't even know. Oh, there's the WPF. Yeah, this thing must be some added Visual Studio thing that I haven't seen in this era. And this is some DOS backend for the WPF. So anyway, there's the hello world there. That is cool. So let's bounce in here. Let's see if we can do, actually, let's see what happens if we run, like, let's see if they have emulators on this stuff. So we're going to try Droid first. Let's try Droid first. Set that as a startup project. And run the Android emulator. Oh, yeah. Give me a big fussy screen. Android device. We're going to use a, okay, I guess we'll use a Pixel 2 with a 5-inch screen. All right, we're going to accept that. It's going to download a thing. So if it's emulating a gig of phone memory, is that taking a gig of my virtual machine's memory that's taking 4 gigs of my local machine's memory, I guess? That's kind of neat. So Angelfire reports, with Rust, you can bake a cake when you're compiling, as it is hella slow. That's kind of funny. Tactic stuff, hence the slow. Oh, yeah, yeah. So just for clarification, everybody, Angel Fire mentions they're using Actix stuff, so that's some of it. And Cuskman, what are you saying there? It's Xamarin Android emulator, Android Studio, Android emulator. Oh yeah, the Xamarin stuff is some top grade stuff, honestly, in my opinion. Like everything I've used by them is like kind of, how should I put it? It's up there with like the JetBrains stuff, where it's just like it's better than a lot of the stuff that actually comes out of Microsoft. But they just have that extra smoothness to it, that extra integration level, etc. But yeah, Xamarin, JetBrains, love those companies. Love what they do for the developer community, and love them so much I buy their products. Have bought their products, I should say. I own JetBrains products, and I have bought Xamarin in the past. All right, we're almost there. Unzipping 90%. It's where we need like little horses running across the screen or some shit. Eventually, when I get OBS running for Windows, I'm still using StreamYard right now for this, but when I get OBS running again, I'm gonna plug in some of those little hacky things that I have, like where the little shit runs across the screen or whatever, and have like the little cyan cat running around with the rainbow poop or whatever it does. Microwave into your PC. What? Nice. And yes, Angel Fire, much love for Xamarin. All right, there we go. So let's start our 420 DPI phone. What? Turn on Hyper-V feature to switch to the native hypervisor and accelerate your emulator. Hyper-V is not configured. Run anyway. Oh my God, what is going to happen? Did you see that? Something might nuke itself. Oh, here we go. Basic render driver. Microsoft Basic render driver. Some users have experienced emulator issues with this driver version. As a result, we're selecting compatibility render. Please check with your manufacturer. Whatever. Okay, so there's our phone. Let's see, what can we do with it? Is it the OS hasn't launched yet? We're waiting for the OS to launch still. I didn't really want to do that. Let's go back there. I guess this will take a minute or three. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Oh yeah, 90 degrees Celsius? That is hot as hell. Yeah, I've had heavy processing too. I mean, the old Android emulators used to be horrible. Like this one already, I mean, seems better. Just the fact that I can drag it around and I'm in a virtual machine in Hyper-V, that's pretty spectacular to begin with. I don't know what's happening on it though. Like it's supposed to be, what is this? Oh, okay. Oh, you can emulate the location, I guess. Oh, that's pretty cool. Cool features here. Battery, camera, blah, blah, blah. Okay. But like, not really getting anywhere here. So it should launch the app and put the text in here is what it should do. It's probably busted because of that silly lack of Hyper-V support or whatever. Anyway, we'll get back to that. So let's just kind of go with the idea that maybe the Android app works. Let's try iOS. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Here it goes. I think my virtual phone got broken, but yeah. That would be par for the course, wouldn't it? All right, we're building. Found conflicts between different versions of the same dependency. That's unsettling. Doesn't seem like it broke anything in particular yet, though. Import project, this thing. Oh, there we go. What? Where you are machine with a Mac? You must enable remote login on your Mac. Oh, I don't have the Mac hooked up. Is this? Oh, it's trying to actually put it on an iPhone probably. Well, that's cool. We'll go with for the moment that it's running on there. And on the next session, Friday, I'll either have Linux or I will have macOS running, and we'll look at this project, or a project pretty much like this by Uno, and see how it works on the Mac. Oh, is that what it is? Well, I'll be on the Mac soon enough, so I won't need to run the emulator. So anyway, it looks like that Uno project runs, and we did get a hello world. So that's groovy. Let's close that. And I think I'm going to go ahead and total space 2.8 gigs. Let's go ahead and do the Windows SDK while that's running. And I'm going to go back over here into Edge. We did Uno. So let's get started with Avalonia. All right, so Avalonia, quick start. Creating a new Avalonia project. Set. Oh, we need to install the extension. Okay, so let's do that. Download the extension. That's out here on the marketplace. It's in chat if you want to copy and paste it. You know, or matter of fact, if you want to check out Avalonia, there is Avalonia, and the one we just did, Uno, oops, UI, Uno platform. There's Uno in chat. All right, so I think we got the extension installed. Whoops, did that again. No, I want to do that. Actually, will the extension install while this is happening? I do not know. I don't think it actually will. But we'll get on with that in just a moment. We'll let this install finish. Got the download. It's just like dragging ass now. I'll put that in chat real quick. I just closed that to make sure it wasn't getting hung on the browser, you know, because that could be happening. Could be happening. So Angel Fire is doing Rust. You're doing Go and a whole slew of TypeScript, JavaScript, stuff like that. Are either one of y'all using GraphQL or anything related to GraphQL? Just curious. Because I'm going to hook this thing up. The application is actually going to be a CRUD app that's going to run against GraphQL backend that's running a Hasura server. And we're going to get to that next week. Get the Hasura server up and running, get the data model, or take the data model that we built previously. I'm going to rebuild it though. Oh yeah, what's your huge GraphQL side project? Some consideration. It's pretty awesome. I'm a pretty big fan. It is one of the big reasons that I joined Hasura. And aside from the awesome team itself, but I am a big fan of the tech. It does some pretty cool stuff. Curious about your side project there, Customer. Give me the details. I want the details. Come on, you damn thing here. Pause. Unpause. Download stop. But unpause. Oh, screw you, SDK. Get the hell out of here. Now what happened? Do y'all see this? Look at this. I click pause. The button is frozen out now. This might take a few minutes to finish. I just wanted it to pause. I didn't want it to not do it. Download stop. What the hell is going on? Windows. Why? Why even? I give her a mobile app like Google Calendar, but a bit different. It's closed source. Oh, sad. Well, anyway, that's cool. At least we know kind of what you're doing with it. That sounds like fun. You ever had any questions, thoughts, ideas? Let me know. We'll chit chat about those. We don't have to talk about the closed source part. Tribe strip, GraphQL, Prisma. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Our services, topology, service mesh dependencies. Oh, this I would be interested to hear about too. I would love to dig into that sometime. It's versus it is. I hear you, Cuskman. You know, yesterday, oh look, installed and whatever. Go bugger off, installer. So let's do this. Let's open up Visual Studio and see if Visual Studio installer. Let's go see what you broke. Note, I want everybody to note, I hit pause. I did nothing extraneous. I hit pause. I didn't force it to close. That was trash behavior. I don't know what that set up pause. Right, but okay, let's do this then. That's some weird messaging. It failed. It didn't fail. It paused. Anyway, that's confusing. That's not anything that I wouldn't expect, but it was confusing. .NET 5 launches at .NET Conf November 10 to 12. Wait, that's not yet, right? Oh, that's next week. I'm doing a talk next week. Not there, not at the conference. Oh, Beth Massey. Save the date. November 10 to 12. So, hey, if you're interested in .NET stuff, .NET 5 being released and stuff. Interesting. Yeah, so that's happening. That's cool, whatever. Oh, so did it finish? Let's see. Hey, look at there. Yeah, my talk will be public. Sorry, I phased out on that one. So my talk coming up, I got 2 talks. And it's gonna be kind of related to what we're talking about here. It'll be a little more in-depth and like concise, focused on just the UI elements and the GraphQL elements specifically. For one is for the South Sound Developers User Group, SSDUG. And of course, it'll be virtual, so you can join. And the other one is one out of the Netherlands, but I'm not sure what the link is. I'll get those links. And you're on Twitter, right, Cuskman? Aren't you on Twitter? Forget who all's on Twitter. Angel Fire's on Twitter. I'll tweet you out the links. I'll tweet out the links to the meetup here right after this session. All right, so we're gonna create a new project. Let's see if we can find Avalonia. 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 Oh dear, what the heck was it called? Avalonia. Yeah, that's what it was. I did get started, and I did this, and we installed the extension. Maybe it didn't work because I had that installer running. Oh, did I not click on it last time? Well, anyway, we're getting it this time. Well, let's close that now. This should only take a few seconds. Yeah, find your nickname, and we'll post it in here. Make sure we're following each other. And then I'll post out the links to those 2 talks that I'm going to do. They're going to be relatively similar, slightly different angles. One's more UI focused, one's more UI attached to GraphQL, and here's GraphQL and how to use GraphQL stuff. Oh, wow. What's that number? That looks like a bot. Again, 584-93158. So I'm gonna make sure I'm following you. Delving over to the other screen. Some gun, yeah. Oh, there you are. Oh, you ain't got any followers. What up? Well, anyway, I'm following you now. All right, looks like we got it. So all right, final bit here. Final bit. We've been at this for an hour and 20 minutes. And I know I've been talking a bit, but this gives a prescient example of what it takes to get shit installed on Windows, get one of these projects going. All right, we're gonna do a new project. Of course, once you get all this stuff done, you can create projects like super fast, right? It's that first step. So brutal. Ooh, an MVVM application. Let's just do an application. We're just gonna do a hacky application. And let's see, what are we gonna do this time? Let me think of a name. What is another name? Maybe Railroad Manager. Here, we're gonna do this. There we go. Manager of History Railroad. Oh, dude. The way it says. Let's see where we get. Oh yeah, they would, wouldn't they? Yeah, I don't exactly know Polish very well. Spent a month there, hanging out, chilling in Krakow, but did not learn much of the stuffs, the words. Everybody just spoke to me in English. All the old folk looked at me like I was fucking crazy. They were like, ja, ja, ja. It's like tell me to scurry away or whatever. Oh man. Oh, look at this. What do we have now? So we have a program. Is this it? Is this what I have? Oh yeah. So I have a program and I have. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's the map, the tree map of the methods in the class object thing of the namespace for the application. That's cool. And then NuGet config. Okay, key. Here's our XAML. A XAML. Is that the new extension for the files? Oh, it must be Avalonia XAML, maybe? Oh, welcome to Avalonia. Of the Paleozoic era. I think that's what it said it was from. So let's see if we get that working, huh? We have our app XAML, which is what I expected, and then it looks like that. Is this it? So then I just run it. Is this our whole cookie? What? Uh-oh. look at this shit. This is what I get for using Okay, let's reason number 8 million to not use other languages. Damn it. Let's do this. Let's do use where's my, can I do that? No, I can't do that. Hold on, I'm gonna come up with a name in a different language here. Oh, we're gonna do this. Oh, let's see, that's not right. Oh, come on. Google Translate. Right here, we'll do this. You can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to do Dutch, but it keeps, it's like it breaks somehow. Ungebroken applicatie. Applicatie, something like that. Oops, that's you. Okay, we're gonna go with that. So we're gonna create a new project. And go with Avalonia. Oops. Avalonia. There we go. Next. That should do it. Mining and metallurgy in Krakow. Did you ever go see the salt mines when you were there? The salt mines in Krakow were a sight to behold. Totally got me some I was getting images of the dwarves and Lord of the Rings, and they're like massive kingdoms when I was down there looking at the churches and all that stuff. See you, Angel Fire. Miss you too, brother. Have a good one. Enjoy the grub. All that kind of good stuff. Yeah, they're not in Krakow, but I was in Krakow and I went down on a trip to go check them out. Seemed cool. So, how do you say that too? Vechka, something like that. Let's see if this builds without the special character. Come on, you can do it, .net. Build. Love that diagnostic tool. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Beautiful. So we have it. We have two applications running on Windows. And we have the ungebroken applicatie. And we have the other one. We've looked at Uno and Avalonia. And in next session on Friday, we're going to take those two applications and we're going to actually connect those to a GraphQL backend, and I'll cover the GraphQL backend in some depth and talk about how we're going to hook those up, because the backend is going to be GraphQL. We're going to be using C# client, GraphQL client to be making calls and issuing GraphQL queries against the backend to get the things we need. So that is what the session is going to be on Friday. I stayed in, actually, you know what? Here, I'll show you on a map. Let me close that. I will show you exactly where I hung out. So, late stream session, chit chat on where the heck everything was, where Adrian did the thing. So it's your maps, .google, there we go. And we're gonna go to Krakow. There we go. So where did I stay in Krakow? Go down here, Bottle Castle. I stayed. There on, I think it was the first ring road. Oh no, is that? And yes, beautiful. So I was over in this thing, I think. Let's take a gander. This is it. Oh yeah, this is it. Check it out. So I stayed right here in this place, right? Um, which is cool because they're two brand new places. They're pretty nice, pretty chill. And then there's like these older buildings that are still here, right? That was super trippy. So I'd walk down this street every day whenever I wanted to go to town, and I would get out here, and you had there's like this factory. I don't even know if it worked or whatever. But anyway, I'd come out like right back over here across the street, get on the tram, and then head into town. Um, but yeah, I went all over the place when I was there. I had a blast. Went to the tram museum, which is super cool. I think it's like right over here. Let's see if I can drop in on it. If I remember where all this shit is. Is this it? Oh no, that's not it. There's like a tram car that's a coffee shop though, which is super cool. See if I can do this. Tram car coffee. I'll just tell. Oh, I wonder if. Oh, Pantograph Cafe. That's it. Check this out. I'm gonna look at that where you just mentioned though in just a second. Yeah, this is so cool though. It's like a little cafe right there. It's just made of one of the old tram cars, right? Of the tram system. Super nifty. I just sat right there and chilled multiple times. You know, just whatever, hanging out, whatever. Trying to talk to people. Most of the people in there were pretty young though. They as soon as they realized I spoke English, they talked to me anyway. I think they kind of found that I was like a museum piece or something. Oh, you talk to this weird guy from America. Um, oh, here is that it? That's a hostel. Yeah, Krakow's like a little bit smaller than Portland, but like compact, right? From what I could tell. I spent a ton of time too in the square. Love the square. Spent a lot of time at the House of Beer. Y'all. There's a Ukrainian place over here. Oh look, it seems to remember that I've been there. Yeah. Or no, that's the cafe. That's the coffee shop I went to a lot. And then I think is this the other one? Yeah, I went to that one a couple times over by the train station. Maybe it's this place. Smakoleski. Yeah, that might have. No, that's the other place. This place is like really good though. Anyway, there's a Ukrainian place too. I went. 1,200 students. Yeah. Oh, you ate in the Ukrainian place? Do you remember what it was called? I know it's like right over here by the square somewhere. Um, oh, and one thing I thought was super trippy too. Like this is a square. The old city, right? But then I took the tram out one day because I was just exploring, going and seeing it. And I was like, what the hell is this rail yard over here doing? This is freaking massive. So I kind of wanted to go see. I realized it was like an old steel plant and everything. One of the biggest steel plants during the Soviet era or whatever. And I went over there, and this whole area of town is totally different. And like I got to this, and instantly I'm looking at the architecture and I'm thinking, holy shit, this is totally Soviet era type of build out because it's all perfectly aligned around the square, and it's actually really nice. I could tell that it had like the Polish influence where they kind of denied any draconian Soviet influence. There was always that conflict during that period of time, but I just went over here and I was amazed. It was pretty wild. It's part of Krakow, but it's like an entirely another town city center in the whole thing. Oh, does it get creepy over there? I can imagine. I was walking over there, but I mean, I'm a crazy ass American. I ain't even messing around. But yeah, I actually went over there a few times at night. It seemed scary, but I mean, considering like I grew up in New Orleans, and New Orleans has a murder rate that's like 40 times that of the entirety of Europe. So I don't know. I got used to just crazy people and people being violent and shit. And kind of see that shit from a mile away. Stay away from it. Oh yeah, I figured it's that. But yeah, I went out. Oh, I went out right here, or no, I went out right here. I think somewhere on one of the trams to this green belt, and I walked in the green belt, and that was actually creepy. It seemed like super. Like in America, we just say it was super redneck or something. Like some of the people out there, I think they lived in the forest. That was kind of weird. But yeah, Krakow, I like the place a lot. I love that city. It was very nice. And I actually took the train from there over to Prague. There's Prague, there's Vienna. Oops, gone too far. I can't scroll for shit. But yeah, I took the overnight train and just went to Prague. Prague was spectacular too. I love old world Europe though. It's one of my favorites. So on that note, with all two of us, I'm gonna bail. It's been awesome hanging out again. And Friday, same time, 3 p.m. my time. I think it's like 2 a.m. your time. Uh, we'll get into this on from probably Mac OS. I'll probably be using my Mac. Do not most Czech people do not like Polish people. What the hell is with the animosity? Well, I mean, you know what? I understand it. I understand the animosity because, like, right now, America is only what 230 years old, and we about to fight. We are not getting along with each other, and it ain't even like two sides. You know, there's divisions, but there's like so many divisions in this country. And if we had this many divisions and this many disagreements over the dumbest shit at 240 years, whatever, I can see where, you know, you learn your history and all of a sudden you're like, you don't like that person over there that's 50 miles away just because they look funny or something. I don't know. People are so grumpy about each other and shit. But yeah, anyway. Hell, I know y'all are having one of those conflicts not right now, the abortion conflict. We're about to be having that too. So there's gonna be all sorts of crazy stuff and pain going on in the world. Anyway, on that lovely note, have a good one. Rock and roll. I hope everybody maintains peace, and I'll catch you next time. Not on Windows, and we will hack through that and get some GraphQL and stuff going on. So, oh, you too? Me too. Stay safe out there when you're protesting. You know, try to stay safe. You never know what the police are going to do. On that note, so where's my button? See you, dude. Cheerio.